Hello, Amphibians. Marcy and Plantar were emotionally moved by yesterday's video. I mean, really, seriously, Marcy and Sprig Plantar were moved to tears by my sad prediction for the tragic future twist of Hailey's on it. And they can both relate to that for different reasons. Sprig Plantar because he has a good thing going with Ivy Sundew, and he would be very sad if they didn't work out their differences and let one argument, or even a few arguments, cause them to break up. Sprig Plantar truly loves Ivy Sundew, and even though it is always going to be a little embarrassing how they started off as just friends, but then until they loved each other as more than best friends. Sprig Plantar genuinely cares about Ivy Sundew, and they have each other's best interests at heart. Marcy Wu because whereas one of the central conflicts in Hailey's On is caused by Hailey Banks, whereas one of the central conflicts of Hailey's On, with the Chaos Bots sabotaging Hailey's to-do list book, might be caused by Hailey Banks not keeping in touch with the Denoga family. Marcy Wu faced just the opposite problem of her own because when Marcy Wu and her parents were she tried so hard to stay in touch with her lifelong BFFs, Sasha Waybright and Boon Choi. That's why Marcy Wu bought the Calamity box that's why Marcy Wu found the Calamity box for Anne's birthday and talked Anne into stealing the Calamity box. Marcy Wu got the three of them lost in different parts of Amphibia so that they could, because Marcy was so desperate to stay with Anne and Sasha together forever and never have her parents move out, even though they're definitely quite sick about her. But then Marcy Wu was able to accept moving on with their parents to another state when she learned to accept that the real Anne and Sasha do not have all the same interests as her, and Hailey will have to learn the same lesson that the real Becca and Scott also do not have all the same interests as her if she wants to stay in touch with them and still care about being friends with them after she moves away to do more of the scientific things she needs to do to save their planet from global warming and such. Hailey will need to learn that she had the wrong mindset to disregard what Scott and Becker want and think that she could one day become too successful and smart for them if she wants to save their future. I remember how tragic yet epic and intriguing it was when the final two episodes of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off showed that Scott Pilgrim and Ramona Flowers didn't stay together for long, and they still had a lot to learn about maintaining healthy long-term relationships with each other. Luckily, fortunately, Scott Denoga and Ramona Flowers learned from this and worked towards. Fortunately, President Scott Pilgrim and President Ramona Flowers learned from their future selves' mistakes and resolved to each other. So that's also what Scott Denoga needs to do with Hailey Banks. I remember how sad we all were, and how sad and Sasha and the Plantars were when he introduced to have a giant hole in Marcy's chest in true colors. He arrived to his rejuvenation chamber in Living Union, but the sad final 2 episodes of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off and Hailey's Eye are causing Marcy to realize that she doesn't need a sword to create another hole in her heart. It's feeling very heartbroken thinking about what bad, sad things could happen between Hailey and Scott. But that's also why Marcy is proud of Sprig and Polly for keeping in touch with Ivy, and for Sprig, Plantar, and Polly Plantar staying friends with Ivy Sundu after 10 years, the same way that Marcy Wu has also been able to stay friends with Anne Boone Choi and Sasha Wainwright for 10 years. And we also hope that Ramona Flowers and Hailey Banks can do the same with their respective Scotts and their younger sisters, Stacy Pilgrim and Becker Denoga. This video is sponsored by NerdWallet with an important message from 2074, the same future year from which Beta and the future professor have traveled to guide Hailey to complete her to-do list journal. NerdWallet is here to warn us to start making smarter financial decisions today, and don't let your future you hate you! As always, thank you for watching this video. With you, I'm home. With all of you at Amphibia, subscribe to my channel. There's no place to roam.